In 2005, Trever Ball became Utah State's first cross-country All-American with his finish in the NCAA Championships in Terre Haute, Indiana. He was also the Western Athletic Conference cross-country champion in both 2004 and 2005 and was the WAC's cross-country Athlete of the Year both seasons. As a sophomore, he ran the 10th fastest indoor 5,000 meters race in USU history, and the next year ran the 7th fastest time in school history in the outdoor 5,000.
When I got a call from Utah State saying they wanted to put me in the Hall of Fame, I was surprised. I was touched. Life is busy after you graduate, undergraduate, and I did a few graduate degrees after, and it was just busy. And so I think it was refreshing, I think, to reminisce and time and place that formed a foundation for me and my family. So it was pleasing, I am a Logan native, and out of high school, I went to Logan High School. My family moved to the the south end of the valley, and graduated from Mountain Crest High School, so the same valley. And out of high school, I was recruited a few different places around the country. I was recruited by all the local schools, Weber State, BYU, I felt most comfortable competing for Utah State. The distance coach at that time, I was familiar with him, Steve Reeder. He was my middle school phys ed teacher, so I felt comfortable. And I thought that was smart to go where you're comfortable in an environment, smart developing as an athlete. So that's why I made my decision. And but I came here only for first semester, and then went on a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And at the end of my mission, I was being persuaded heavily by Brigham Young University to return and go there. And so still I was actually had to make a decision again, and still chose to come back here. So when I came back from a mission, I was injured all the time. And in fact, not until my junior year, I was not able to run for more than maybe 3 months at a time. So I just had myself, my teammates, we just had an enormous work ethic. When we hear of, our different university sports and the level of practice they put into, morning practice, midday, whatnot. I was training 3 to 4 times a day in different sessions my junior and senior year to make up for that lost fitness from not being able to run. I was aqua jogging, and I was elliptical, weight room, aqua jogging twice a day. So 3 to 4 sessions a day. I mean, I was training 6 to 8 hours a day, aerobically training on top of schoolwork because I wasn't able to run as much. So when I first came back, it was very, very, very difficult, and injured all the time. And I came to learn later in life why. I actually found out I have a tibia. My right shin bone is almost 1/2 an inch shorter than my other one. So I've since actually had to orthopedically modify my shoes, or else I was going to have back problems. And I didn't know that as an athlete. And so I had to figure out ways to overcome that with fitness in ways that were non-running, interestingly enough. Our WAC Conference Championships was our first year in the WAC as a university. So it was an exciting year if we were, way back then. Very exciting, and we still hold the record for the lowest points scored, which in cross country is the best way you want to score the fewest points. And I think we still hold the record for that for cross country, the WAC record. And so that was a good memory of that time. Qualifying for nationals that year was accomplished just as an individual. Our team just barely missed out on that. When I went to nationals, I had strep throat, and I couldn't even talk. So I have a memory of driving from the airport to the town where the course was in the Midwest, and I couldn't even communicate with my coaches the whole time we were there. That's how bad my strep throat was. And we were running a 10K in 20-degree weather in the Midwest in November. It's horrible. So I was still able to, barely make a mark of All-American status there, but I expected myself to be, you know, top 10 American there in NCAA, but I was grateful for the, you know, reaching my goal. So those are my memories. I would say the best race I ever ran over my 4 years competing for Utah State was the WAC Championships for cross country my senior year. I had about a 1 minute lead in a five mile race, about a 1 minute lead with 1 mile to go. And my coach looked at me, and I wasn't pushing all the way, you know, because this wasn't, obviously I had a lead, so there wasn't a need to. But I remember seeing my coach with about a mile to go, and he just looked at me and just said, "Okay, let's pump the brakes. You know, let's just save it for another day." So yeah, I think all the stars were aligning on that WAC championship race. Ended up winning still by about 45 seconds. So that was probably the best race I had over those 4 years.